is up, everyone? It's your girl NotSoAv, aka T, coming to you live from Salt Lake City, and welcome back to my podcast. Today, I'm going to do a little bit of a get to know me because I did a small get to know me, a few, like, I think it was like the third or second episode that I did, and I feel like I didn't really introduce myself as much. And so, like, I told you, like, my name, like, where the NotSoAv name came from and everything, but I kind of wanted to do like a queer get to know me for all the queer people, or even if you're not queer, just to give you an idea of who I am and things like that. So I just found some questions online. So my name, my full name, obviously, like, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but it's Natalia Avila. And then my age, I'm 34. Three fears. Um, Probably just like I don't really know what I'm afraid of. I'm not really afraid of too many things, because I feel like fear just doesn't serve us in any way. So like it's not really good to fear anything. And if you do have fear, sometimes it's an indication of something that you should be doing, or it should be like um it's like a feeling that you have to like protect yourself. I feel like the three things that I fear, maybe like losing loved ones, or like being able or not being able to like see my family or something. Um, or like losing my pets or something, I think those are maybe three things that I'm afraid of. Three things that I love, um, sleep, food, and uh weed. Let's see. Um, Turn-ons. For turn-ons. I don't know if I have a number of turn-ons really. But a turn-on for me is like somebody who's smart, somebody who's respectful, um, somebody who's kind. Um, let's see what else is a turn-on. Um, I haven't really like thought about any of these questions. I didn't like read all of these beforehand, so pardon me. But I guess those are some turn-ons. Turn-offs. Um, I really don't like rude people. So like if we're at a restaurant and if I'm with somebody who's being rude to the waiter, I really don't like that. Somebody who's just like, what else is a turn on? Oh, like chewing really loudly or with your mouth open. That's kind of gross to me. Um, let's see. Let's see. Turn-offs. That's kind of a tough one. There's, I don't know. I really don't know until it happens. And I'm like, ugh. But anyway, okay, let's move on. Sexual orientation. I am lesbian or queer. I'm attracted to like feminine women. Um, my best first date. Honestly, I don't know if I've had one yet. I don't know if I've had like a best first date yet. So, how tall am I? I'm 5'1". I'm really tiny and I'm super petite. What do I miss? What do I miss? Um, Loved ones who have passed away. I really miss loved ones who have passed away. That's something that I really miss. Um, or like High Fidelity, the Zoe Kravitz version. I really miss High Fidelity. I wish they would bring that back. And like AJ and the Queen, like can we please like get them like uncanceled and like bring them back? Um, let's see. What time was I born? I feel like that's kind of like super invasive and like I don't want to tell you guys the time that I was born. Um, Favorite color? I have three. So, I really love black, purple, and silver. Actually, no, four. Green. Black, purple, silver, and green. Those are my four favorite colors. Favorite place? The ocean. I love the ocean. Or like any beach with like water. But mostly the ocean. Like lakes are different. I really, really feel like the most comfortable at the beach, like at the ocean. But that's also because I'm a water sign, so that makes sense. Do I have a crush? Not right now, I don't. I mean, I guess somebody who I had a crush on some years ago was like Eliza Dushku. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her. She was on like Bring It On. She was on True Calling. She was the main character in True Calling. She voices Shandi in the video game Saints Row 2. I love her in Saints Row 2 as Shandi. Um so yeah, Eliza Dushku would probably be one of my crushes. Favorite quote? That's a good one. My favorite quote would probably be um I think it was an Audrey Hepburn quote where she says, um, am I'm possible. The word itself, impossible, says I am possible. And so, probably that because like I can be, sometimes I can get down on myself or like just like imposter syndrome and probably because I feel like I'm like undiagnosed, BPD, borderline personality disorder because it's something that I feel like I've researched and um I feel like that's me and so I feel like that quote is like really good. Like impossible, the word itself says I'm possible. So like don't let your mind or like anybody tell you like the naysayers like ever get you down or like prevent you from doing something that you actually want to pursue or like if you think that something is impossible like a dream that you want to pursue and you think that it's not possible because it's too big or whatever, no, like literally like go for it and pursue it because there's a reason why you're feeling like that. And so yeah, the word itself says I'm possible. So I think that's really inspiring. That's a good quote. Favorite food. Ooh. So I found out within the last couple of years that I'm Italian, which I used to say when I was younger, I should have been born Italian because I love Italian food. I love pasta, I love bread, I love cheese. Even though I'm lactose intolerant, I still will eat cheese and ice cream. Um I love Italian food. So probably yeah, like lasagna is like my favorite or like some kind of pasta. That's like my favorite food. Do I use sarcasm? Yes, absolutely. I love sarcasm. Um, what am I listening to right now? Well, right now I'm talking and I'm not listening to anything, but like I guess like when I'm not on here, I've been actually obsessed. And I know this isn't music, but I love podcasts. And I've actually been binging Montel Williams' podcast, Let's Be Blunt, where he talks about cannabis and he has co-hosts on, or not co-hosts, he has people on and he interviews them if they've done something in cannabis. And so I've really been binging that lately. So if you haven't heard that podcast by Montel Williams, it's on Spotify. I think it's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. I was watching it on YouTube, and so I've just been binging that. It's really good, so I recommend it. Um, Also, the telepathy tapes, which I've mentioned before. Everybody should listen to the telepathy tapes. I think that it's just very informative and educational, and people can learn a lot from it and become more tolerant and respectful of people who have autism or people who are nonverbal or may have disabilities that maybe we don't um normally see or um the telepathy tapes. So yeah, listen to that too. Let's see. First thing I notice in new person. I mean, probably their face. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm really like I like to get somebody's vibe though. Like, it doesn't matter like necessarily what they look like, but like the first thing I'll notice is somebody's eyes or like their face. Let's see. Shoe size. That's kind of difficult because I wear like I like men's shoes, and then in some shoes, like in women's shoes, like I feel like they're bigger. So like for example, I recently got gifted a pair of Nikes that were women's, and I'm a wide, like I have wide feet. And so I thought I was like an 8, but I'm actually like a 10 in Nikes. And so I was like, wow, like in women's. And then in men's, I usually wear size 8. But I really like just like basic like $12 shoes, like that's totally fine with me. Like I don't need to spend like a whole bunch of money on shoes, or like I don't normally like buy Nikes, but they were gifted to me, and so I wear them and they're nice. But yeah, I would say I guess 8 or 10, just depending on the shoe. Eye color, brown, dark brown. Hair color, dark brown. Favorite style of clothing. I feel like that depends to me because like I used to kind of identify as non-binary, but I don't know if I really identify as non-binary anymore. But I really just wear whatever makes me feel comfortable. So right now I'm just wearing like I guess I'll do a quick fit check. I'm just wearing like these are actually like pajama pants, but I wear them out. They're like fuzzy and comfortable, and then this little zip up shirt. Um, I don't know. It really depends on my mood. Sometimes I wake up and I really want to be feminine, and so I'll wear something really cute like a dress or a skirt or like some sexy boots or something. And then sometimes I'm just like really casual. Sometimes I dress like a boy where like I'll wear like baggy clothes and like an oversized t-shirt and like some shorts or something. And but it really just depends on whatever I'm feeling for the day. And today it's just kind of cash. Let's see. Ever done a prank call? Trying to think. Um, I don't really think I used to do prank calls, but when I was younger, I was very reckless, and I remember giving my number to like older guys, and I would talk to older guys. And sometimes I wouldn't know them. Like I would, or like I would have a number and I would just like talk to people, but it wasn't really a prank call. Like I don't think I've ever really prank called anybody. But then again, that's just not the type of person that I am. Like I don't really be pranking people. Um, Meaning behind my URL. Mm, I don't know if that's really relevant. Favorite movie. There's so many. I love so many different movies. Um, I would say though, like one of my all-time favorite movies would probably be like Labyrinth. Because it's kind of weird. It's kind of um mysterious. It has David Bowie. Um, yeah, I would say Labyrinth. And like I love the music on it. Like I love his songs. I love like I can quote pretty much like any movie that I've ever seen. I'm kind of obnoxious in that way where like if I'm watching a movie and if I've seen it a million times and I know the words, I'm gonna probably like say the lines and like be kind of annoying, but yeah, so I would say Labyrinth. Um Favorite song. My favorite song right now, that's so hard. I don't really have like favorites. Like I have like people who I listen to that I'm like obsessed with. Also I have like ADHD, so like when I really like something, I get like obsessed with it and I just like kind of only will play that certain album or that certain song for a while. And then um kind of just like alternate do different music and different artists and stuff. So I guess I'm not really good at answering these questions, huh? Excuse me. I can't say that I have a favorite song. Favorite band? I don't know if I have a favorite band, but I really love Snow the Product. She's my favorite rapper. How I feel right now. I'm happy. I'm excited. I feel productive. I feel um hopeful. Let's see. Someone I love. I love my family. Right now I'm not like in a relationship or anything, but like I love my family. I love my pets. I have a cat and a dog. I love both of them very much. Um, let's see. I can't really see this. Oh, my current relationship status. I just said it. I'm single. Um, favorite holiday? That's easy. That's my favorite holiday is Halloween because my birthday's in October. So I love Halloween. Tattoos and piercings I have two ear piercings. I used to have my nose pierced, but it closed because I had like a clear nose ring and I used to sleep on my stomach and my plastic clear nose ring fell out in the middle of the night. Actually, no, I had rolled over and I pulled it out and I woke up and it was bleeding and I couldn't find it and so it closed and I have my belly button pierced. I used to have my tongue pierced too. And so I had that for like 15 or like 13 years or something like that. But now I just have my ears and my belly button. But I do want to get more piercings. Like I want to pierce my nose. I maybe want to pierce my tongue again, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so here's some other questions. I just want to. Oh, where'd it go? Um, sorry, I lost my spot where I was at. Where'd it go? Dang it, there was some good. Oh, here we go. Um, what age did you start paying attention to the LGBT community? Um, hmm. I don't know. I feel like I've been paying attention to the LGBT community for a while now, like for years. What age was I? I don't even know. Oh, here's the questions. Here they go. Do you smoke? I used to smoke cigarettes when I was younger. Um, and I remember one time asking my grandma, I think I was like 15, and I asked my grandma to buy me some cigarettes, and she was like, I'll buy you a pack of gum. And I was like, okay. I used to have like an oral fixation, hence the tongue piercing. I used to just like play with it and um so I used to smoke cigarettes, but I don't anymore now. I just smoke cannabis. Do you drink? I'm a social drinker. I used to drink a lot, like when I was younger, like in my 20s. Well, and before my 20s, like when I was like 16, 17, I was drinking a lot. And then when I turned 21, I felt myself becoming an alcoholic because I was able to buy alcohol a lot. And so I was just buying it all the time and having friends buy me alcohol. And so I um, felt myself becoming an alcoholic. And I was like, let's stop this. And so I was sober for like 4 years. And then I started drinking again, but like in moderation. And so now I can control it. And I very rarely drink. Like if I'm out, um, at like a sapphic event or something, like, or if I go to a comedy club, or like a concert or something, like, then I'll have a drink or two, but like I don't be drinking like that anymore. Do you take drugs? Mind expanding drugs or like microdosing and I do want to try like ayahuasca and like mind expanding drugs. but no, I don't do drugs. I've never been attracted to like cocaine or heroin or meth or anything like that. Like I've never done any of that. Um, Age you get mistaken for. That's actually a good one because so many people think that I'm way younger than I actually am, which is great because apparently I have really great genes. And so people always think that I'm like in my 20s, like early 20s, like 21, 22, and I'm 34. I'm going to be 35 this year. Have tattoos. Yes. So I have this one, and this one is actually for, it was a commemoration piece for both of my grandmothers that passed away. So my mom's mother had Alzheimer's, and I helped take care of her. So this is the Alzheimer's ribbon with forget-me-nots, and then this is my dad's mother passed away from multiple myeloma cancer, and so this is that ribbon, and they're holding hands because um they were really good friends. So my both my grandmothers really loved each other, and these are yarrow flowers that represent good health. And it was an oxymoron because she didn't have good health, and so I just kind of wanted to honor both of them. I have my knuckles tattooed. It says family real love. I got that after a breakup from a guy who destroyed me. We were together for like 10 years on and off, and he was a narcissist, he was manipulative, he was a liar, he was a cheater, he cheated on me constantly, and I was really young, and so I stayed with him for a really long time because he was my first real relationship. And so I got it after my relationship with him because I just I wanted it as a reminder because whenever he would call me, even though he treated me like shit, I would like drop everything. Even if I was at like a family event or something, I would like drop everything and just go to him. And so it wasn't like family real love doesn't mean like blood family either. It means like your chosen family or like the people who you have around you who are your family, who you consider family or your chosen family. That's what I got it for because no matter what, like it doesn't matter like who you're in a relationship with, those people who have your back and who have your best interests at heart, those are the people who matter the most. Um, and so that's why I got it, a painful reminder to just never allow myself to get to that point of just like putting somebody above myself or other people who care about me. I have this little A for my last name, Avila. My very, very, very first tattoo is actually on my back, and my cousin did it when I was 18. I wasn't living at home, and it's just a marijuana leaf. It's tribal, and then I have a thigh piece, a commemoration piece for my uncle who passed away, my dad's brother, and oh yeah, I have this one, I got in Santa Cruz. It's the ocean and a palm tree because I love the ocean and palm trees in California. And I actually got it, like I said, in Santa Cruz because it was a sunset picture actually that me and my cousin, when we were in California, we took a beautiful picture of the sunset. And so I wanted that tattooed on me. And I do want more. It says want any tattoos. I absolutely want my neck and throat done. I want everything. I actually want to be covered. Like I want face tattoos. I want it all. I want to be a piece of art. Best friend. Um, right now I'm my own best friend and I have sisters and my mom. Sorry, my dog is like driving me crazy. He wants to go outside, so I will be back. Hold on. All right. So, that last question was best friend. I think I'm my own best friend right now. And like my animals. Um, do you like anyone? No, I don't really have any crushes right now. Biggest pet peeve, probably just like liars or like rude people. I really don't like people who like keep secrets or like who are secretive, even though like I'm a double Scorpio, like people say like, oh, Scorpios are so mysterious, they're so secretive, and it's like I really am not. Like I don't like secrets. I actually really, really, really hate secrets. And I don't know, I really value honesty and like yeah, just honesty. So, um, yeah, let's see. Story from your childhood. Story from my childhood. Oh, apparently I used to go around telling, see, this is how honest I was. I used to go around telling strangers, like I guess my dad bought me some shoe or my parents bought me some shoes and I was really excited. I think I was maybe like 5 or 6 or something. And um I was a curious kid and I guess I would like look through the peephole in the bathroom and I told somebody, or I had to go to the bathroom or something, and so I told a stranger, I have to go potty, but I can't go potty the way that my dad goes potty because he pees standing up. And if I pee standing up, I'm gonna ruin my new shoes. Like, ew, first of all, what a little pervert. Second of all, I was so concerned about my shoes. I didn't want to ruin them. And so I was like, yeah, I can't pee the way that my dad stands up. Like, otherwise I'm gonna ruin my shoes. Like, and we can't have that. We cannot. So, I think that's really funny. I wish. I wish homelessness didn't exist. I wish um there was an even playing field like financially for people. Like I wish there wasn't any elites and I wish like we all just like got paid every month from the government because the government owes us. So yeah, that's what I wish. Something you'll change. Something I'll change. Um My titties? Like I want to buy some titties. So is that I don't know in which context that is asking, but I guess something about myself, something I want to change about myself is like I want to buy some boobs. Um, a wish you'll wish for. That's kind of I don't know. That's kind of like the same as the last question that said I wish. Something spicy you like. Oh, I like a little spicy things. Like I like Valentina. I like what's something that's spicy that I like? Hot Cheetos, or yeah, like yeah, I like hot Cheetos. I like some spicy food, not much, but like I do like some. Sorry if you can hear my dog playing. He's really annoying. Um, you hate the smell of. Okay, this is probably an unpopular opinion, and all you girlies do not come for me, but I really, really hate the smell of pumpkin spice. I really, really dislike pumpkin spice. Like, I know there's so many girls that are like, pumpkin spice, I love it. Like, it's so like fall and autumn and like, great, but like, I cannot stand pumpkin spice. Or like those cinnamon pine cones. I don't know. My mom's mom used to have potpourri in her house. So I really sometimes dislike the smell of like apple cinnamon or like strong spicy smells like that. Like I don't know. It's just kind of like it's traumatizing. I get PTSD and I'm just like, like I'm reverted back to a kid and like I don't know. I just don't like it. Um Something you hate. Something you hate. I hate inconsiderate people or like people who are rude or like just people who have no respect. And then are you single? Yes, I've answered that one already. Um, okay, let's do this one. Last kiss. The last kiss that I had, I guess in a relationship was my ex-girlfriend. Um, that was in like December. Girl best friend, guy best friend. Yeah, I don't have any. Weight. I think I'm like 100 pounds. I'm like kind of underweight. I want to gain weight though. I've been trying to lift more and like I have I have like some little, actually, like right behind me. I have like my 10-pound weights. I love these things. Um, I'm actually trying to build my booty back because she got a little flat and I'm trying to build her back up again. Let's see. First kiss. My first kiss was with a guy. I was a freshman in high school, and it was actually really funny because it was like after school and he was a break dancer. So he was break dancing and he was like, "You want to watch me break dance?" And I was like, "Sure." So like I watched him break dance and then we walked to his house and then I was like, "Hey, you want to go like walk me to my dad's job?" He's like, "Sure." So like he walked me to my dad's job, which my dad worked at a he works at a hospital, and there was like a chapel in the hospital and we went I don't know why we went to the chapel, but I was like we went to the chapel and yeah, we made out and that was my first kiss. Um Let's see, play any sports. I do not play any sports, but when I was in high school, I was in JROTC and I played flag football with the boys and they had me be the running back because I'm tiny and I'm fast and the boys they didn't want to steal my flag because they're like, "Oh, she's a girl. Like we're not going to go chase after her." And I'm just like, "Whatever." I was the only girl playing and so and then a guy actually tackled me, and I was really pissed off because I was wearing um, some cute jean capris, and when he tackled me to steal my flag, I like tumbled like down this hill, and I ripped my jeans on my knees, and so I had like a grass stain, and then I had like a rip in my jeans, and I skinned my knee, and I was really pissed off, and I was just like, "What the hell?" And I like punched him in the arm, and I was just like, "Dude, why did you tackle me? Like it's flag football, bro. Like crazy." And so I don't play any sports, but yeah, when I did, that's what it was. And I don't know if this counts as a sport, but like I was also on the rifle team in high school. So that's pretty cool. Um, let's see. One secret. I don't feel like have any secrets. I don't really have any secrets. I mean, I guess if you want to know like something, ask me. Um, Piercings, we already went through that. Longest relationship. Okay, so I kind of already went over that. Like with my um the first person that I was in like a actual relationship with, the one that I was with for like 10 years on and off. We were actually engaged. Like I want to have his kids. Thankfully I have endometriosis and I don't think I can have kids. And so that's great because I don't want any kids. And so yeah, I would say like 10 years. My favorite ex. Ugh. So when I have an ex, I'm a Scorpio, and so when I'm done with somebody, I'm done. Like they're kind of like dead to me. Like I can't they're fucking dead. And so I would say my most favorite ex would be my most recent one, and that's because it didn't end very like it didn't end toxically like my other ones. Like all my past relationships have ended pretty bad or like negatively and like the one with my most recent ex, um, we're cool. So, I would say her. And I'm not gonna name any names just for privacy. Um, Race. My race, I think I kind of went over that in my who is she, but I most recently found out like a couple years ago that I'm super mixed. So I'm indigenous, I'm Spanish, Italian, Greek, African, very little like Mongolian, Asian, like Egyptian or something, like very small, like maybe like 0.2%. Um, so yeah, three things I would change about myself. My titties, I want a big fat ass, and then just more tattoos. And I guess that's only physical. I don't know, personality wise, probably, I guess, the things that I would change about myself. I don't know. I feel like like the way that I am is like the way that I'm supposed to be. Like obviously like we all have lessons or things that we need to go through, things that we need to learn and grow, you know. But like I wouldn't say that there's things that I really, really like absolutely need to change about myself. Um, who do you tell everything to? Probably my animals, like my cat and my dog, and like my mom and my sisters. Like we're pretty close. Like I have four older sisters and I have one younger sister, and me and my four older sisters, like we're pretty close. My mom, like we're all kind of like in each other's business sometimes, and like that can be kind of um difficult or annoying, but it's all because we love each other, we care about each other, and we are very protective of each other. And so I guess yeah, my mom and my sisters, like not everything, like not every single little thing. Probably I would say probably my animals mostly. Because I talk to them a lot. Ever cheat? No, I actually have never cheated on anybody. Even though I've been cheated on multiple times. Um, I'm just not that type of person. I just would rather be upfront about it if I'm not happy or if I'm feeling some type of way and, want to look elsewhere. I'm honest and I would rather break it off. Also, yeah, it's just like I've just seen a lot of things in my life with like my sisters and like my parents where like I just feel like cheating is unnecessary. Like, and it's just so like, it's so old. Like, come on, like, communicate. um, let's see. Beach or pool? Beach, absolutely. I think you're pretty. That's actually a really interesting question because um I don't know if you guys are aware of like the movie Mean Girls, like the original with Lindsay Lohan. Excuse me. I guess I was kind of like her where like she was homeschooled and when she first went to public school, excuse me, she realized that people thought she was pretty and she didn't know she was pretty. Um, I feel like I can relate to that a lot because, excuse me, sorry. Ooh, I previously like was from like in kindergarten to fourth grade, I was in private Catholic school, so it was very like small classes, and I was baptized Catholic as a baby, and so um when I first went to public school, I feel like I didn't know that I was pretty. Like I didn't know why people would stare at me. I didn't know why people would treat me differently. Like a lot of girls were like jealous of me, so I didn't have like a lot of friends. Um so do I think I'm pretty now? Yes. Did I at the time? No, I didn't know that I was pretty. Um been bullied. Yes, I actually have been bullied. When I was yeah, when I went to public school for the first time, I was in like 5th and 6th grade. Um, and I remember being bullied for the first time. I remember the first, like, I almost got jumped. So that's an interesting story. I was in 5th grade. I made friends with this girl, and I've always been like this where I would talk to people who were kind of like ostracized or like people wouldn't really talk to somebody for one reason. I would talk to that person that nobody would talk to because I'm like, that's really messed up. Like, they're a human being, they deserve attention, they deserve a friend. So, like, I don't care what other people think of me or anybody else. Let me just like be this person's friend. And I remember I was this girl's friend. She did have a physical, um, like disability. People would make fun of her face because of how it looked. And I'm not gonna say what it was, but I'm just gonna say people would make fun of her, and so I was friends with her, and I was like, hey, like, don't worry about what people say to you, like, and I didn't care, and I never brought it up to her, and so I just like was her friend. Well, coming from Catholic school, like, I really didn't know how to communicate very effectively because I only had like one really good friend the whole time I was in Catholic school from kindergarten to fourth grade. This one girl was my friend. And even though my cousins went to school with me and my sister went to school with me, I only had like one friend. And so when I went to public school, this one girl that I would hang out with, um, we kind of had a disagreement. I can't remember what it was for or about, but like she got mad at me and we were having a disagreement. And so instead of saying, oh, we're having a disagreement, I said, we're having a fight. And so people took that like and ran with it. And they were like, oh, you guys are going to fight? You're going to fight? And I was like, no, 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 no. I meant like we're like fighting right now. Like we're like arguing. We're like, we're not on the same page. Like we're just like I didn't know how to verbalize what I was really feeling. And so it got twisted. And so these sixth grade girls, like I remember I can't I, I can't remember if it was after school or no, it wasn't after school. I think it was like during lunchtime or something or like recess. And I remember going outside and a bunch of girls, like a bunch of sixth grade girls, just like came up to me and were like, "Hey, you talking shit about so and so?" And I'm just like, "No." And they're like, "You want to fight? You trying to fight her?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to fight anybody. Like, I'm chilling. Like, I'm not trying to fight." And they're like, "Well, um, you need to stop running your mouth." Da 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 da. And then my younger sister actually came up and she's always been bigger than me. Like my younger sister is like a year and a half younger than me, but like she's always been like um more curvy and she just looks older than me. And everybody always thinks that she's older than me. Um and anyway, so like she came up, she was in third grade, I think, and I was in fifth grade. And she comes over, she's like, "What's going on?" And everybody's like, "They're gonna fight, they're gonna fight." And then she's like, if anybody's gonna fight my sister, you gotta go through me. And they're like, you're a little kid, like you're in third grade, like we're not gonna fight you. She's like, all right, then I guess you're not gonna hit my sister, then are you? And they're like, oh, I guess not. And then they like all walked away, and I was like, oh snap. And I was like, damn it, like I was kind of mad because I was like, you make me look like an idiot. But then I was like, oh, thanks for having my back because like I was about to get my ass beat. So that was really interesting. And then also like I was bullied in like uh middle school. Um And so yeah, that was kind of crazy. Um, who do you trust most? That's a really deep question. Who do I trust the most? Probably myself. I have trust issues. So, myself. Yeah, myself. Um, person you've been through the most with. That's a really heavy question. I feel like I've been through a lot of things with different people, but I feel like I've probably been through the most with my mom. Yeah, my mom. Um, been suspended. I'm trying to think if I was ever suspended. I don't think I've ever been suspended. I was kicked out of school though. When I so okay, funny story. I used to go to East High. East High is here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and it's actually the school that High School Musical was filmed at. And fun fact, I actually attended school when they were filming High School Musical, so I remember seeing Vanessa Hudgens one day. It was like I can't remember what class it was, but I think we were coming we were walking through the school and we seen Vanessa Hudgens, and one of my classmates was like, "Hey Vanessa, you're cute," or something like that, or he was like, "You're hot." And she just like completely ignored him because obviously like she was trying to work, and it was like right before the school day ended, and so that's why the actors were going to be coming because they filmed once we got out of school. And so what was the question again? Oh yeah, I've been suspended. So I got kicked out because I was yeah, at East High. I moved out of my parents' house when I was 16, and I moved in with an older guy. And so I wasn't living at home when I was going to East High, and I got kicked out for truancy because I was ditching school a lot. I would ditch school in the cemeteries because I love the cemetery. Also, like I was like really socially awkward. And so I was always like, where is somewhere I can go where there's not going to be a lot of people, um, but it's like peaceful? Cemeteries. So it was perfect. There is a cemetery right down the street from East High that I would go to, and there was actually like deer there. And I remember smoking weed in the cemetery one time with a friend, looking over and being like, "Oh shit, like what's in this weed?" Like I feel like I'm hallucinating because I swear I just seen a deer over there. She's like, "Girl, no, there's a deer over there." And I was like, "Wait, what? Like in the cemetery? What the heck?" But yeah, like the deer just like live there and they roam around and it's their house. And so yeah, I've never been suspended, but I got kicked out of school in the middle of my junior year. Um so yeah, I've been kicked out. What did I do today? Well, my job is I cook for the unsheltered, and so I cooked food, I dropped it off. I got ready, I went to the dispensary, um, and then came home, and now I'm filming my podcast. Um, let's see. Most hated teacher? I'm gonna do the opposite of that because I don't really feel like there was a teacher that I disliked so much that really made an impact on me to where I hated them. I feel like um I did have one teacher who really, really, really had a positive impact on me. And that was when I was going to public school, when I first went to public school, because in private school, they did not give a crap about me because I was brown. And um, there was no like attention on the kids. It's just basically like you do what you're told and you don't ask questions. And so I'm a hands-on learner. I'm somebody who needs to like sometimes I'm a visual and hands-on learner. So I need to be shown and then I need somebody to be there with me, like sometimes walking me through it and then I can do it. And so anyway, this one teacher, and I'm gonna shout her out, Miss Shirley Arnett. She was amazing. And she's the only person who ever really like took time and made sure I was like learning and happy, and because I was super, super shy and introverted after private school. I was super quiet. I was super scared. I was just very like introverted and quiet and shy, and like I didn't want to speak because I was so used to not speaking that when I did have an opportunity to talk, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to really like verbalize anything because when you're suppressed, like it's difficult to kind of find your voice. And so she kind of like she took time with me and like I remember one time having an accident in her classroom. Like I peed, and she made me feel so comfortable. Like she was like, "It's okay, I have to wear diapers too," and like because she was a more mature woman. And then I remember seeing her when I was a customer service manager at a shopping center um here in Salt Lake. She had stopped by, and I was like, "Miss Arnett?" And she was like, "Oh my God, Natalia, like, wow, it's been so long." And she's like, "I would have never pictured you in this type of role, like in your life." She's like, "You were so quiet, like you were really like shy and like you never spoke." She's like, "So wow, this is amazing seeing that like you're talking and like you talk to people like for your job." And I'm like, yeah, like I'm a manager now. And like she was like, wow, like I'm so proud of you and like that's so great. And I'm like, thank you so much. And I'm like, thank you for like helping me. Like when I was in school, like you really had like the best impact on me and like she was just wonderful. So shouts out Miss Shirley Arnett. I hope you're good. I hope your family is well and you're the best. Let's see. And I was actually a part of her last class that she taught because she retired right after teaching my class. And so that's why she remembered me because I feel like had it been like any other like teacher or like any other year, she probably wouldn't have remembered me. So like it really like it was an honor that she remembered me. Um, let's see. Want kids? No, I don't. Do I want pets? I already have a cat and a dog. But honestly, like I would like more pets. Like I was dog sitting a few weeks ago. It was my sister's two dogs, and I honestly felt like I could be a dog mom of three, even though my cat would probably hate me. I'd probably have to get another cat or more cats, and I don't think she'd be happy because she's very she likes all my attention, even though she's a cat. And when she wants attention, she wants it, but like I don't think she would want another cat here. Um, list two of my exes. Okay. I'm not gonna say their names, but yeah, I guess I've already mentioned the one that I was engaged to, the one that I was with for like 10 years, and then after that I was with somebody they actually used to work together. But that wasn't my fault. Like I didn't know that they worked together. Like Utah is really small, so like everybody knows everybody. And um yeah, this one guy I dated, I knew him for 7 years. We were friends and nothing ever happened between us. We were just friends and we were like party buddies. Like we would go to raves together and drink together and dance together and stuff like that. And then we did get together one time, and we were together for like 4 years, but he cheated on me. So yeah, fuck him. Let's see. Uh, okay, let's go to a different one. I don't know. What are your hobbies? Ooh, I have different hobbies. So I have a laser etcher for wood, and so I like to laser etch with that. I have a sewing machine, which I'm not really like a sewer, but like I want to learn how to sew. I have a sewing machine, so might as well learn. What else are my hobbies? I love to read. I like to write. I like to make beats on my phone. I like to write poems. Um, what other hobbies? I mean, I guess this podcast is a bit of a hobby. Um, I like have a guitar that I like um want to learn how to play better because like I just kind of like strum on it and I don't really, I'm not like a professional guitar player or anything like that. Um, let's see. What's on your bucket list? I really want to travel. Like I want to travel out of the country. Like Amsterdam is probably like a place that I want to go that's on my bucket list. Italy, I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Samoa because I have a grandma, my dad's stepmom, she's Samoan, and so I want to go to Samoa. Let's see. When did you first feel like an adult? I still don't feel like an adult, and I'm 34. I don't know if I ever will. Whose opinion do you care most about? My own. I do not give a shit what anybody thinks of me. I used to. I cared for so long, but honestly, like it doesn't serve you to care what other people think because like other people are going to have an opinion of you no matter what. You can be Mother Teresa, you could be like the sweetest, most nicest, most kind people and somebody's still going to find a reason not to like you. And so it doesn't really matter. Like my opinion of myself is what matters the most to me, nobody else's. And I feel like more people should think that way. Where is the coolest place you traveled? Well, I would probably say Because I haven't been to too many places. Like, I've traveled to like, around you, like the four corners around Utah. Like I've driven through like Arizona, California, Colorado. Um, I've been to Idaho. I've flew to Texas one time when I was trying to become a flight attendant. It was Houston. Um, I would say the most interesting place, or like, let's see, what was that question again? The coolest place you traveled? Probably Red Rocks, in Colorado and Denver. I really love Red Rocks. The amphitheater, it's beautiful. I've seen like Tech Nine there a few times, and it's gorgeous. What does your average weekend look like? Ooh, it looks like chores most of the time. Like if I don't do stuff during the week, like if I don't um really like clean during the week, then I'll do a lot of cleaning on the weekend, or like on Sundays I cook for the unsheltered because I work like Sunday through Friday. Um yeah, that's basically it. Sometimes if we have like somebody's birthday in my family, then we have a family party. Um Longest running, oh, we've already kind of went over that. The longest running, oh, friendship with someone. That's actually interesting. Longest running friendship with somebody. I was friends with this guy for 15 years. He was my best friend. But then when he found out he wasn't ever going to sleep with me, he stopped being my friend. So, yeah, that's another reason why I don't have very many friends, because I feel like people are kind of like, most people nowadays, like, they want to be your friend for like weird reasons. I don't know. Like, or just like they have some sort of like weird reason why they want to be your friend. So I don't know. I have trust issues, but so yeah, I don't really have too many friends. What is your earliest memory? My earliest memory. Okay, one of my earliest memories is probably sitting with my sisters. Um, when we lived in my old house, it, I think it had like 3 bedrooms. It was only like 3 bedrooms. It had 2 living rooms, 2 bathrooms. And I remember my 4 older sisters, being in a room downstairs, and I was in the room with them, and they were reading like or they were telling stories, like scary stories. And my one sister, it was that scary story, my big toe, or my where's my toe, or something like that. And she was like, "You got it," and like jumped at me and scared me. And I remember like everybody was like laughing, and I was I got scared though. And so I like got scared, and then I started crying because I was just like really small. I think I was maybe like 3 or 4. And she's like, "Where's my toe? Where's my toe? You got it!" And like jumped at me, and I was like, "Oh my God." And everybody was laughing. But so yeah, that's probably one of my earliest memories. What makes you unique? Oh shit, I dropped that. I don't know. I feel like there's probably my brain. My brain makes me unique. Let's see. Who is my hero? Um, that's a really deep question, I feel. I feel like my grandma, my dad's mom, was my hero. I miss her a lot. Um, I'd say she was my hero. Yeah, my dad's mom, my grandma, my grandma Virgie. Um, what is one thing that instantly makes your day better? Weed. I would go crazy if I didn't have my weed, I swear. Um, or food. I love food. I think I'm like hypoglycemic. So like if I don't have food, I get really emotional, like I'll like either be really angry or like I'll cry or yeah, I don't know why, but like I just feel really like yeah. Um yeah, so like food or like weed. When did you whose opinion oh yeah. Aside from necessities, what one thing could you not go a day without? Um, Probably my animals. I really love my animals. I I they're like my emotional support animals for sure. Who do you enjoy spending or what do you enjoy spending money on? I really like buying other people gifts. I really like helping people out. Um or like if it's something for me, clothes and makeup. I love clothes and makeup. Or like tattoos. Oh, tattoos, definitely, hands down. Something that I enjoy spending money on tattoos. Yeah, because tattoos, like even though they're painful, I tell my sister this because sometimes she's like, oh, like um, it's really expensive for this tattoo or something. But it's like think of it this way, like it's a little bit of an investment, but it's like a lifetime of beautiful art. And like the pain too. Like when I was getting this done, the middle is what hurt the most because it's just like hard, you know? And so like this part hurt the most and then over here, the edges because it's near my shoulder. So like these edges and then right here. And so as I was getting it done, he was like, "Are you good?" And I was like grimacing, you know, and I was just like, "It's okay. Like I'm fine. Like it's a little bit of pain for a lifetime of beautiful art. Like I'm just getting through this. I'm just thinking about the fact that it's going to be on me for forever now and like it's a little bit of pain for a lifetime of beautiful art and it's a little bit of money in the long run for a beautiful piece of art." Like and these ones lasted like these look fresh and these are like 7 I don't know how when I got it done. But anyway, like these are kind of old and like people tell me they look fresh, but it's because the dude was so heavy-handed and like I did have like bad scarring in some of the areas. Like this blew out really bad. Um this L blew out really bad. Um Oh, and up here it was terrible. But yeah, these hurt the most and then that. But yeah, I would say tattoos is like something that I really enjoy spending money on. What's something that always makes you smile? Um, huh. My animals, I love my animals. They make me smile a lot. Um, what is the greatest challenge or struggle you have ever faced? That's a good question. What is the greatest challenge or struggle you have ever faced? I feel like the battle with yourself sometimes is like the biggest struggle. Um, or for me, I guess like um the biggest challenge or struggle you have ever faced. Excuse me. I feel like accepting yourself is like a huge challenge and it's a huge struggle sometimes. Excuse me. And I feel like just like accepting yourself, like it's taken me a long time to like really love advocate and fight for myself because like I said, I used to be very quiet. I used to be very shy. I used to not have a voice. I wouldn't speak up. I used to be like a huge people pleaser and now I'm like, no, fuck that. Like I need to make myself happy and like if other people don't like it, oh well. Like they're going to have to just deal with it because um if it's not something that I feel completely aligned with, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to yeah, like I'm just not going to entertain it. And so I feel like the biggest the greatest challenge or struggle I've ever faced was probably accepting myself. And like now that I've accepted myself, nobody's gonna make me feel any less than or like nobody has that power. Only I have that power. What is the biggest risk you ever took? I feel like the biggest risk I've ever taken so far is like I had no experience of like I ha- I had never been on a flight before and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to be a flight attendant. Let me just like see how it goes like on the job. I'll learn on the job." And so um I got a passport. This was years ago. I got a passport and I applied to Delta and I got an interview and so they flew me. No, it was United Airlines. They flew me to Houston, Texas, and I self-sabotaged. And so I remember like the first question they asked me like what's the hardest thing what's going to be the most difficult thing about this job for you? And I should have said like, oh, probably like the time change or like getting sick or like the weather. But no, my stupid ass at the time was like being away from my family. Immediately, she goes, "Okay, thank you so much for your time. Exit over here. The shuttle's gonna be picking you up in like 5 minutes." And I was like, "Fuck!" Like, ugh. And I'm like, "Why did I do that?" And I was just like, "Great!" Like, and I had to wait in the Houston airport for like 9 hours because it was like noon and my flight wasn't until like 9 p.m. At night. And so I just like went to the gift shop, bought a couple items for my little nephew that had just been born, and then I just bought like some books and like food and I just like stayed in that big ass airport for 9 fucking hours. And then I got back here in Utah at like 1, 2 a.m., something like that. Yeah, that's probably like the biggest risk I've ever taken. But I feel like you guys know me a lot now. This is like the longest podcast that I've ever filmed. And so I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys know me a little bit better and I want to do this again. My I'm probably going to have one of my sisters or my mom on the podcast with me next, and so you guys will see me interacting with somebody because I don't know, sometimes I feel lame and I'm like, I'm just talking to myself. Like this is kind of like I don't know, imposter syndrome is real, guys. And so I'm trying to just like work through it, but I'm gonna have somebody on so that it's an actual like conversation. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas or questions or yeah, any like suggestions on what I should talk about next or anything that you want to see, any content that you want to see, if you want to see me do like a mukbang, if you want like paranormal stories or something like that, then let me know and yeah, we'll work on it. But thank you for your time today. Again, this was NotSoAv, aka T, coming to you live from Salt Lake City, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Bye.